also mimics?
Gurn's guns are mimics?
Just,
Oh my
are
god,
we allowed to
Mivol's
bite
here,
the
not...
mimics?
Why is
Mivol,
Mivol here?
This
Are we
isn't the
allowed
right
to-
campaign.
Are we allowed to bite the mimics?
Uh,
Like mimics invite
You
us,
know
can we
what?
invite them? in turn?
yeah, you do that, Soul. Please do that.
There's nothing stopping you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be the one to stop you.
Nothing except your own hubris.
Oh my god.
Turns out mimics are poisonous.
Well, that's fun way to. That's a fun way to
I think
explore
they
that.
didn't they eat a mimic in Dungeon Meshi.
Yeah, they did.
Good.
Cool.
I love that you called it Dungeon Machine, not Delicious in Dungeon. Like if I didn't know it as Dungeon
only
Machine, I'd
started-
be fine with it.
I only started hearing that recently. I always heard Dungeon Meshi for like the longest time.
Because they officially changed the dub name to that, if I remember correctly.
Huh.
Why couldn't they just keep it? Because Jujutsu Kaisen was a going to be sorcery fight, and then people are like, no, that's stupid. Jujutsu Kaisen works. People can pronounce it. It's fine.
That's not even. Is that even the translation of Jujutsu Kaisen?
Apparently.
I thought Kaisen was like the. Is my Japanese already getting this bad?
Don't ask me, I don't know. But like my friend said it's kind of the closest thing is fight, but I'm like, I feel like it's not fight, but yeah.
Damn.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
Plus.
What? What? Oh, music.
Yeah.
I was say she said it like that, and I immediately thought it was music.
Got this suspenseful.
Ooh.
Oh, this is so much better than what was playing in my computer.
Dude, the music's great.
I know the song in the background on my computer while I was waiting was One Margarita. So don't worry about it.
All right. So, last episode, you guys got a book about plants. You found it in your house. Maybe it was there before, maybe it wasn't. You don't know. But you have it now. Homer and Echo went busking together. Gurn's window will shoot you now if you open it. So that's good.
Buskin makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Homer took one of his pills at the urging of Tyriad. Echo received a present from a secret admirer.
She gonna die.
Isn't she wearing that right now?
Yes, she's
Are you-
wearing that.
She's all fancy for the mimic fight.
Yes, she's very fancy.
That's cute.
In the fanciest of dresses.
And now Cyrus has called you all to his house because a mimic has somehow gotten loose in Winston's office, and Winston's not here right now. So you guys have to help. He has informed you all that it's imperative that the mimic is captured and not killed, and provided Gurn with a couple sleeping potions to use in his potion gun. Anything you guys want to do or ask or say or anything, or y'all want to head on in? Start looking around.
Ooh. Just because we got to put it out there now. Rory is going to raise his hand and asks, are we allowed to bite the mimic?
You're asking this to Cyrus?
Yes. He is asking this to Cyrus. Out loud.
He'll kind of raise an eyebrow at you. But he'll shrug and go, I mean, as long as you don't kill it.
I just want to know what it tastes like. He kind of just shrugs.
So, this is Winston's area?
Yep.
And you're just giving away his stuff?
Well, it's the department stuff, technically. Anything in here isn't in use, so if you can get some use out of it, might as well.
I mean, Roy kind of looks at Echo. What's the worst that could happen in here?
You get eaten by a mimic, darling.
Well, if I bite it first, there's competition.
Garn,
What?
just use that potion on the mimic. Try not to hit anybody else.
Right.
Isn't it just a sleeping potion, though? Roy kind of inquires.
I'm not going to carry you guys around. I'll get my new dress dirty.
Oh, yeah, don't shoot her either, Gurn. What if the potion's stain?
We can't have that now.
Yo, does anyone hear footsteps? Or is that, am I going crazy?
Might be
Add
the
a
music,
character.
or you might be going crazy.
I
Okay.
have to turn on the lights then.
Quill, she's gonna step forward into the room and do what we talked about.
Alright. So Echo steps into the room and disappears.
Echo? What happened? Roy kind of calls out.
She does not answer.
What are you poking around with first?
I guess because he said not to poke around the carpet or the thing, she'll just poke around any of the stuff closest to her.
Alright, so there's a whole shelves. I mean, the whole room, as you can see, is kind of lined in bookshelves. So I guess you'd kind of start just poking around at the books,
Mm-hmm.
poking around at the stuff on top of the shelves,
Mm-hmm.
a couple flask bottles. Not seeming to find anything in this top part of the room. Are the rest of you doing anything, or y'all just watching?
Rory's gonna step in and kind of just look. He's just gonna stand in over here, kind of just survey around. Can I roll what the perception check? Or...
Yep. Do a perception check.
Please be not low. God. Rory!
There's honestly so much stuff in this room, it's hard to really focus on particulars.
Oh, so indecision indecision because of overwhelming choices. Got it.
I would like
Rory's
to.
stimulated.
I would like to give Rory a bardic inspiration.
Okay. So for the next 10 minutes, you have an extra d6 you can add to any roll that you would like.
Oh. Woohoo!
Yippee!
Maybe
It
Rory
is
will roll.
It is a single use.
It is a single use.
That is
yes.
fine. Hopefully, Rory will roll high without it at some point. So, 10 minutes on the dot. Okay, let me put a timer.
Well, 10 minutes in game, so
Oh, okay.
I'll let you know
Okay.
when you've lost the window of opportunity for that. But
Gotcha.
Homer Bum is gonna kind of snap back from spacing out as he's been doing for a period of time, and he's gonna ask Cyrus and be like, uh, "We didn't really have mimic shit where I'm from. Can you give me another rundown on what that is again?"
Oh, sure. So this little toothy thing takes the shape of any item. It's in there somewhere. When you touch it, it'll attack you. Um, that's really the main things. If y'all have any magic to try to find it, I mean, that'd probably come in handy. But if you don't, you can just start touching stuff, see what bites you.
Oh, okay. He kind of starts scratching his chin thoughtfully and looks up like he's contemplating, and then looks back to Cyrus and asks, "Are mimics good pets? Do they get along with any creatures?"
The feral ones, not so much. Have a tendency to eat anything that they can swallow, which is quite a lot.
Homer's hand kind of instinctively goes to one of his pockets, and he grimaces. I gotcha. All right, let's get this shit done. And he will go in after Rory and Echo. Could he roll a perception check or
Go
something?
for it. Similar to Rory, as you walk in and sort of take in the surroundings, there's quite a lot going on here. A lot of weird stuff, a lot of glowing crystals and flasks and magical items and gizmos and whatnot. Um, as you look around, you'll notice there's a couple bottles on the shelf next to you. Um, Kind of hard to tell what any of them are without like specifically looking at them and like interacting with them. But
He's
that would be
he's gonna
very
make a little
out to you.
beeline for those models and start rubbing his stubby little fingers all over them.
Not the stubby little fingers.
All right, yeah.
Is it Gurn's turn now, or are we all just going whenever?
Kind of whenever. Gurn, do you want to do anything right now? Why is your health also? All of your health is slightly not right.
What do
Maybe
you
we all
mean?
got damaged at some point, or maybe I don't know.
No, it's just not synced up with your health with your character sheets
Character
for some
sheets.
reason.
If there are multiple copies of the tokens on other maps, sometimes those can interfere.
That might be it. What's Gurn doing?
Um, I guess Gurn will take a look around as well.
All right. Are you able to give me a perception check? Cool. All right. Yeah. Similar. To Homer, you also notice the sort of little crate of bottles. You'll also notice on a nearby shelf seems to just be a normal rock. And next to it, what seems to be a little sort of. It's obviously not real. It's obviously made of like gold and inlaid with gemstones and whatnot. But it seems to be a little scarab beetle. And you see Homer starting to check out the bottles as you take this all in.
Echo is gonna go starting down this line.
Okay, just touching everything.
Just touching everything.
All right, that is going to take you a while.
Yep.
But you're doing that.
Yep, good.
I have a question.
Uh,
Because is it possible to cast Hunter's Bane if you don't see the creature, but you know it's in there somewhere?
I doubt it, but let me double check the wording.
Most things would have the specification of a creature you can see
Because
within a certain distance.
the definition I have is like it says recall information for it, but I'm like I don't even see it, so it doesn't specify seeing it, but it hones your senses against it. So like 8.
You have advantages on wisdom checks to track fey fiends or undead, which
I don't think the mimic
is not
Mimic is none of those.
So no.
Yeah. So damn.
If it was one of those, yes, you would have wisdom to. You would have.
Oh,
I would give you advantage on trying to locate it, but it is unfortunately not one of the ones that not one of the types that you are familiar with, as it is just a regular monstrosity, I believe.
Cyrus didn't say anything about destroying the office, right?
Nope.
oh my god.
Okay, is there an empty corner?
No, there's not really much empty space at all in here.
Not a single empty space on the wall or anything.
No.
Rory's just gonna walk over to the desk and start poking everything that he sees there.
All right, you're poking around on the desk.
Why is there? That's weird. I just heard like paper shuffling.
Empty space on the floor, the ceiling.
I mean, there's the sort of empty space in the middle of the floor, in the middle of the office. Here, let me.
I'm looking for an empty spot to shoot.
One sec, I will post.
Hey, why
a-
an empty spot specifically, if you don't mind me asking?
What? Yeah, what are you planning? What are you planning here?
I want to shoot an empty space somewhere that wouldn't necessarily hit an object.
The map is in the photo log chat now.
Well, not the same map there, but close enough, right?
Hmm?
The armor's missing.
Yeah, there's a suit of armor up in that corner where the scroll is by the door, but other than that, yeah, it's the same.
Did you just plop a suit of armor on top of the scroll?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
That works. Is the scroll actually there, or are you supposed to ignore the scroll?
No, that corner just has a suit of armor standing in it.
So no stool and scroll.
No,
Got
no
it.
stool and scroll, no. Rory, on the desk, you'll find a good amount of paperwork detailing some of the items are, except there's so much that it's kind of hard to, without knowing how it's organized, pin exactly what items it's referencing to in this room. You get the feeling that this room isn't all of the magical items that the department is in charge of, that there's more somewhere else. These are just kind of what Winston has like around, either because they're new or he's studying them, or they just kind of ended up here or whatever. But
Gotcha. Roy calls out, "Hey guys, if we don't know what this looks like, in general, what color are mimics? I can only go off of what I know in books." Does anyone know?
Cyrus will respond with, "It's just gonna look like an item. It's I mean, the actual mimic's gonna be a kind of formless black like mass, but it's just gonna look like an item."
Rory sighs. Man, and I thought it'd be obvious which one's a mimic.
Are you going through the actual drawers of the desk, or are you going through just the top?
He's
of
just
it?
on the surface level. Why are there
Right.
drawers?
Yeah, there's drawers. It's like a normal desk with like the two sort of little drawers.
Nope. He's just kind of moving things on the desk. He has not noticed the drawers yet.
Homer, as you're going through the rack of bottles, you'll notice there's a couple. Actually, I guess you wouldn't be able to identify them given where you're from. But there are some indistinct red bottles of liquid, along with one. Um, Actually, you know what? Give me an investigation check.
All right.
Bunch of bottles of different colors.
Yeah. While he's looking at the bottles, he's kind of gonna throw his head back towards Cyrus and be like, "Hey, man, is this booze or something else?"
Not booze, buddy. I don't know what all of them are, but could tell you probably got some healing potions over there. Like, some of them do God knows what. I mean, I couldn't tell you. Open them up if you want. Go for it.
Homer is gonna nod approvingly of Cyrus's encouragement to do something stupid, and he's gonna open up a red one and give it a sniff.
All right, you do that. Nothing happens when you open the bottle. As you sniff it, it smells just kind of herby.
Funny word.
He's he's gonna get distracted from the task, and I think he's gonna keep on wanting to open bottles and sniff them.
All right. Roll a d4 for me.
Sure. Oh,
Does that say 0?
It's
How did you?
He put 1d d4 or d1 d4.
roll d4.
There
Oh,
we go.
Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, does that say 0?
Oh, good. So the next bottle you happen to pick up is a small glass bottle. It seems to be full of a swirling fog-like mist and sealed with a dark blue cork. As you open it, it opens with a bit of a popping sound, and the fog seems to rush out of the bottle and coalesces into a little cloud above your head. And it starts just following you around.
ah, fuck. I already got this shit following me around all the time. I call it depression. Homer Bum's gonna look a little annoyed, but I think he's gonna try to reach up and kind of poke at the cloud, poke at the fog.
As you reach up, it sort of dodges your hand a little bit. Not going too far, but almost like it's playing with you.
You really are like this chronic sad shit, man. I try to reach out to you and you just run away. Um, he's gonna keep trying to poke the cloud and get more, try to get more quick with his movements of poking it.
A little bit of rain comes out of the cloud, and now you are ever so slightly damp.
God
That is.
fucking okay. Back to the task, I guess. He's gonna probably move on from the bottles and at this point, instead of just kind of like rubbing things with his hands, he's gonna like mutter to himself like, "Oh, I want to get this shit over with." And he's gonna try to like use his whole body, like press his body, his arms, his legs against things to cover more ground.
All right. Are you making your way just sort of counterclockwise around the room, or?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. What's going on with Gurn?
He's gonna go to the center of the room, point his revolver at the floor, and fire.
Just a bullet?
Yeah.
Okay.
See if I can scare it.
Okay. Hang
Do
on.
we all hear the gunshot?
Oh, you all hear the gun. Everyone make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh God. Constitution saving throw.
Great. Thanks, Gerd.
Is your servant concentration echo?
Um. Don't think so.
All right. You're definitely startled.
Okay.
Rory, you said you're not going through the desk, you're just looking at the
No,
top
he's
of it.
just kind of like touching everything on the top, but
Okay.
he doesn't think about checking the drawers for now.
So yeah, Gurn, you do that. Nothing
Does anything jump, jolt,
No.
Did any of
shift?
us? Did any of us jump or jolt?
Echo sure did, but she's invisible, so you didn't see it.
Fair enough.
All right. Echo, your servant is probably down sort of below the desk at this point, slowly making its way through the room.
Mm-hmm. Anything? Nothing?
Nothing so far.
She'll continue on.
Homer, you said you're just going around touching stuff, right?
Yeah, with his whole body. Like, he's trying to cover as much ground as possible.
All right.
So, with his whole body.
Gurn, anything else? You just fired your gun at the floor in an enclosed space. Now what?
He's just gonna keep like awkwardly scanning the room.
Give me a perception check. All right.
How many sleeping potions did he give me, by the way?
Probably say like 3.
Okay.
So we got like 3 shots basically. 3 chances to use it with knock it out with the potion.
You don't see anything that you would assume would be the mimic. But you do notice, just kind of stuck like in amongst some other stuff on one of the shelves, is a small unlabeled key.
I'll grab the key.
All right. Give me an investigation check. See, it doesn't really have anything that notable about it, but there's a question mark sort of engraved into the round part of it, like the base of the key. It doesn't bite you when you pick it up, so
Okay. No, that's it.
all right. Homer's making his way around the room still.
Has he found anything interesting?
You would also come across the little carved beetle in the shape of a scarab. The cloud's still following you, occasionally letting out little subtle rolls of thunder as it follows you around.
He's gonna take a moment to pause in the beetle and poke it a little bit, mutter himself, "Oh, this shit's cool." And then, as the cloud gives little rolls of thunder, he's gonna squint up at that and be like, "What's your problem, bro?"
Gives another little roll of thunder.
He throws his hands up in the air and says, "This fucking place, man, Jesus fuck." And then he's gonna keep how cool is this little carved beetle?
It looks like the legs and head are made of gold, and the wings, which would normally be like the sort of more ornate part, is inlaid with various gems and whatnot. So kind of fancy looking.
Cyrus in the doorway?
Yeah, he's just kind of watching you guys.
Okay. Homer
He did
Bob
tell you all that he would. An option for payment is for you guys to take an item from in here, so you're free to fuck around with stuff.
Okay. Gonna give the beetle one more look, a little mischievous look in his eyes, pat it on the head, and continue full body searching things.
As you give it a little pat, you hear a slight click, and the wings open to reveal that it is in fact a pocket watch.
Whoa. Okay, he's gonna go to pick it up and like further inspect it now. It's an old timey pocket watch?
Yep, so it's fashioned to look like a scarab, and when you press down on the head of the beetle, the wings open up and it shows the pocket watch on the inside.
That's cool.
Yeah. He's gonna pick it up, look at it, inspect it, have a little like look of awe on it, and he's gonna where's Echo? Is she in the room?
Somewhere, I feel like, right?
Oh yeah,
She's
probably.
invisible.
Okay.
We don't know where she went, and no one answered when I asked where she went.
Yeah, like her character model's just in the void right now.
Yeah,
She's hiding.
as it should be.
As
Well, he's
Did,
gonna like look around for Echo, like because he assumes that it being like a cool little pocket watch is with her old timey ass. It might be something that she would like.
Oh,
So he's gonna kind of like look around and be like, Echo, I got some old timey shit. Echo, where the fuck you at, Echo?
Give me a perception check, Homer, and a stealth check, Echo.
Okay.
Ooh.
If she's invisible, it'd be at advantage probably.
Right. Yep. Yeah, so advantage for you.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Yeah, Homer, you have no idea.
She'll give him a bardic inspiration.
Homer will realize that there's no response, and he'll just kind of shrug and just show it to. Yeah, I think this would be fair. He's gonna kind of be like, okay, well, Gurn, check this shit out. Y'all had pocket watches in the Wild West, right? Look at this shit. He kind of gestures to the beetle pocket watch.
That looks expensive.
Yeah, man, it definitely does. Little token of appreciation if we find this fucker, I guess. Gonna kind of begrudgingly and smartly, I guess, put it back where he found it, and then continue his full body search of
All right.
the. Yeah.
Rory, you doing anything?
Has Rory found anything of interest on the top of the desk? Out of
Um,
curiosity.
Mostly it's paperwork and the stuff like, the reference books and folders and pen and quill that you would need to do the paperwork.
So in that case, with that realization,
I guess
Rory's gonna-
actually you will find one item just kind of sat in the corner as if like sort of just tossed there. It just kind of looks like a little not like the little linen like sachet bags. Like that you'd put like jewelry
Oh, like
or
the
like
satchel
wraps
bags?
herbs in. Like the little tiny ones.
little tiny pouch ones.
Yeah.
Would
It looks
that-
like a bag full of it looks like one of those full of identical other bags like that.
Am I allowed to observe it or?
You can touch stuff. What do you want to investigate it? What do you do?
Yeah. He's gonna kind of investigate that bag.
All right, give me an investigation check.
Wow, Rory.
It seems to be a bag full of bags.
Rory's just gonna look at it and like, that's weird. But okay, who am I to judge? He's gonna put it back down and kind of wander over here and start looking at the shelves and like
All right.
touching things on the shelves.
Immediately in front of you, you'll see a couple things. First of all, there's a little like sort of like mini novelty trumpet looking thing. There's a couple crystals of various colors and sizes. And there's also a staff leaning up in the corner.
Rory's gonna investigate the staff.
All right.
Which corner is it? Just
Over by the chest, like in this corner.
Okie dokes. Boop. Do I throw investigation on that one?
Sure.
Boop. What? Okay, Rory.
All right. So you look it over. It's pretty ornately carved, a sort of dark wood. I guess technically this should have been an Arcana check, but that's fine. You rolled a 17. So as you look it over, you sort of piece together that this is some kind of staff of teleportation. the exact parameters, obviously, you'd have to either test it out or perhaps some kind of identify spell or asking somebody about it. But you get the feeling based on how it's designed that it's something to do with that.
Rory kind of says, I wonder if this is what I think it is. Is there anything else he could check in this corner?
The horn is still, within reach.
Can he check out the horn?
Sure.
Do I have to do any sort of check?
Uh, no, I mean, as you pick it up, it's just sort of a little brass horn. Kind of looks like a toy that you'd give to a child.
Or like a toy bugle sort of
Yeah,
thing.
pretty much.
Can Rory play it for a second? At least try to play it?
You can try.
Yeah, let Rory try. Rory try to play the bugle. The mysterious bugle.
You just picking it up and blowing into it.
Yep.
Alright, you do that, no sound comes out.
Rory's gonna try again.
Still nothing.
Rory's gonna try, but even harder this time.
Not even the sound that you would like expect of like wind going through the tubing. It's just silent.
Am I deaf? Rory cries out.
Cyrus
There's nothing coming out of this!
Cyrus will kind of poke his head around the corner. Oh, that's the horn of silent alarm. You have to attune to it.
What now? Rory kind of like looks up.
You gotta spend an hour like letting it bond to you. And then, well, once you do that, you can blow into it, and someone you designate will hear the alarm. It's just them, though, right? So it's a way of like alarming people without letting everybody know. You know what I mean?
Rory kind of just blinks at him and slowly puts the horn down and backs up away from it.
Only really useful if you're doing stealth stuff, I guess. Kind of shrug.
Can Rory like poke and prod the crystals?
Sure. You're poking and prodding the crystals.
Nothing.
Everybody roll initiative.
What?
You found the mimic, baby. Echo, where are you in the room right now?
Middle of the room,
Alright.
at the ceiling.
Homer, you'd probably be like here by now if you were just following the wall. Maybe not in the brazier, but
Where is initiative?
She did ready in action, by the way.
what was it?
It's command,
Okay.
and she's gonna say, "Stay."
Okay. So, let's see first as this all happens at once. Rory, you reach out, pick up one of the crystals, look at it, doesn't do anything. Pick up another, and it bites you.
Ah!
It bites you and it adheres to you.
Adheres. Ah! Is that on my finger, basically?
Yes.
Oh
Rory
no.
starts wheeling his hands.
So, what's the roll? What's the roll to escape being grappled, Alex? Is it athletics or is it just a save?
Usually it's either athletics or acrobatics against their grapple check.
Yeah, it has the DC for getting ungrappled. It just doesn't say what. Yeah, so Rory, give me either athletics or acrobatics.
My acrobatics has a 5 next to it, so I'm gonna pick that one.
Yep. Okay. You, as it bites down on you, in a panic, kind of shake it off, and it goes flying across the room, landing on the desk, actually.
How's that?
Um, Echo, your command goes off. Get that guy in there.
No.
The command is. What is the save for that?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. And what's your spell save DC?
It is 13.
Ooh, I don't think it makes it because that was a 3.
And after she says, stay, she will go, now, Gurn!
Did Gurn roll initiative?
Oh, I need to roll initiative for Gurn. My apologies.
Well, no, I rolled it. It just
Oh,
doesn't
sure.
automatically add it.
Oh, right.
Oh,
I
okay.
forgot about that. What did you roll? 17? Oh, I have caps lock on. Here we go.
And can I also give Gurn a bardic inspiration, or do I have to wait for my turn?
That you'll have to wait for your turn for.
Okay.
You and Rory have the same initiative.
I have a higher dex.
You do. Okay.
So shouldn't that mean Gurn go first then?
Yep. So yeah, it's your turn, Gurn. Are you shooting the mimic?
He's gonna pull out the shotgun.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Fire that first.
You're not. Okay. You're not. You. Okay.
Nope. He's gonna fire the shotgun first. Deadeye with a sharpshooter.
Oh my god.
So I'll roll at advantage.
Oh no.
Wait, isn't Rory by the mimic with his shotgun in an enclosed space?
I was gonna say,
No,
is
no,
there?
no, no. No, I thought Roy flung it to the table. Right? Unless I'm still nearby.
Well, Homer's sort of near it.
Oh.
Oh my
Oh
god.
fuck! Oh,
But I
that
don't think-
table.
The shotgun doesn't have that wide of a spray, right? Right?
Um,
Does it?
No, we
Uh,
didn't add any
Okay.
like
Okay.
spray modifier to it.
it's still a shotgun though.
It would spread a
Um,
bit.
It's still a
Oh,
shotgun.
The 13 will hit.
Well, I said sharpshooter, so it's a -5, so it goes to 8.
That won't hit.
I'm gonna use the bardic inspiration.
Okay. Roll
Wait, I
D6.
never gave him inspiration because I had to.
Oh
Did
yeah.
you not?
You
Wait.
have to wait till she has to wait till her turn, I believe.
Who? But you gave it to 2 people. Was it
I gave
Rory
it
and
to
Homer?
both Homer
was-
and
okay.
Rory.
Oh, okay. So then never mind.
Okay.
Gurn,
So then yeah,
you
that'll miss.
You
Do
just
you
hear
guys see that?
You
hear.
just hit the-
Sorry.
What did he miss?
Gurn shoots a gun and misses.
And immediately, like, Echo just, like, God damn it, Gurn!
Action surge. He'll drop the shotgun, pull out the flask lock, and use that.
Okay. Roll the hit.
We didn't add that.
It follows, I believe, your revolver.
Okay. Deadeye to give advantage.
Okay.
Did you say the flask lock? So the potion shooter thingy.
Yep, that'll hit.
Didn't it? Okay.
Well, your first one was a crit.
Yeah, but I wanted to see if I got 2 20s.
Oh my
Got
god.
pretty close.
Oh my god.
What does the potion do?
So it's a potion of sleep. So I don't think there's. Let me double check. Okay, so you hit it. Yeah, I mean, technically.
Is it sleeping now?
1 second, let me see something.
I was gonna say, are we following rules of the sleep spell?
No, the potion has its own rules. I'm debating if Cyrus probably would have given that to you knowing that it would be enough. So yeah, that'll put the mimic to sleep. So yes, the mimic falls unconscious. Congratulations.
That's it. That's it. We don't have to like fight it now.
You'll see Cyrus will walk up to the desk, pick it up, put it in a little cage. Good job, guys. That went honestly better than I expected. You guys worked together pretty well. A
Echo
little unorthodox in your methods, but you know.
Echo will uninvisible herself and float down.
Rory's gripping his hand and crying a little bit.
Echo will see that she'll fly over to him and go, "Oh, let me see." And she'll reach out for your hand.
Rory's like, oh, it bit my finger. It bit my finger.
Are you bleeding?
Well, I don't know, but it bit my finger.
She's
Thinking
gonna.
of the fact that he got bit by a mimic.
Can she look over him? Make sure.
Sure. Do a medicine check.
Is there like?
I mean, it kind of looks like he got bit by like a cat or like a raccoon or something. It wasn't a big mimic.
It was the size of a crystal, but
It'll be okay, Rory. She'll
I don't think it hurt, but it bit my finger.
It's okay. Do you want me to kiss it better?
Rory kind of retract a little bit.
Well, if you guys want to poke around and anything in here catches your eye, you know, keep one thing each. Otherwise, I can pay you in gold. Up to you. Just let me know.
What's this key do?
What you got there?
What's this key do?
He'll look it over. Pretty sure this thing has a chance of opening any lock you put it in.
Is that
Just
a
a
key to many
chance,
things?
though. Only once, though. Pretty sure as soon as it actually unlocks something, it just sort of disappears. It's any lock, though.
I guess Echo will.
That's boring.
We'll look at Cyrus and go, "How much money?"
How much money is he offering to pay you? Is
Yeah.
what you're asking?
Yeah.
That's a good question. 1 second. He'll kind of shrug. Eh, call it 2 gold each.
Hmm.
Has anyone noticed that Homer has something above his head at this point in the room?
Literally, I was just gonna say after.
I'm pretty sure all of your passive perceptions would be high enough to notice that there is a cloud following Homer around.
How long
Rory's
is
gonna.
that gonna stay
Oh.
there? Sorry.
Oh, until you shoo him away. And he'll walk up, kind of swat at it, but significantly more aggressively than the way you were doing it, Homer. And as his hand passes through the cloud, it kind of dissipates, and then you see the mist swirl back into the bottle that you found it. And he'll walk over and cork the bottle.
Homer will look a little sad.
Rory's gonna ask Homer, "Did you make a friend while we were in here, Homer?"
You know, man, I think I did. Kind of looks contemplatively between the beetle and the uh bottle, and he's gonna kind of point to the bottle. Cyrus, can I take that little cloud guy?
Sure can. Sure, Winston will be happy he went to a good home.
Like, is Cyrus? I mean, like, I know, like, Cyrus was just talking to Homer, but how keenly is he watching everybody in the room?
Give me an insight check.
Insight.
You have inspiration.
Oh, inspiration. Do I roll twice then, or
So inspiration, you roll a d6 and you add that, whatever that roll is, to the total.
If you want to do that, you don't have
If you
to.
want to, yeah. But it does only last 10 minutes, so. Alright, so that'll bring it to a 19. You see he's pretty casual, at least as far as he's trying to portray himself. But sort of watching him for a second, you see he is watching you all intently, but not suspiciously. It's more like he's sort of intrigued by you guys and is watching you all as sort of a way to get a feel for what you're all like.
Okay, he's gonna walk over to get the bottle. He's gonna give kind of a double take towards the beetle watch. He's gonna look conflicted. Is Cyrus's attention still on the other characters, or is he like observing him as he walks over?
He's kind of sort of scanning between all of you, not really lingering too much on any one person in particular.
Homer Bum is kind of gonna like reach out his hand, continue to look puzzled, put it back down, sigh frustratedly, and kind of turn back towards Cyrus to get his attention. Hey, if you ever need more work or more tasks, I'd really also appreciate taking that beetle watch off your hands.
Oh, you like that thing?
Absolutely.
Oh, what does it do?
Well, kind of useless in the city. It's just a pocket watch. The enchantment on it is that it buzzes loudly to let you know when there's a sandstorm coming. But we don't really get those here, so. He'll kind of look at the bottle that you're holding, look at the bug, kind of shrug. I mean, if you really want it, you could probably take both.
Yes! Thank you! You're the fucking best, man! He kind of like excitedly splays his hands out and borderline dances over to the little beetle and gives it a little pat. You know, the pocket watch poking out again, and he will shove it in one of his unoccupied. No. He'll probably gently put it in his occupied pocket.
Oh, with the mouse that no one knows about yet.
Echo would like to kind of just like look over stuff.
Sure. Felly, the two things are posted in inventory, your two descriptions.
Sweet.
So yeah, Echo. As you begin looking around, 1 second, I'm trying to multitask here, it's not working. You start looking around, you'll see the key that Gurn saw, and you heard Cyrus's explanation for the horn. There's the horn that Rory was playing with. There's a couple other bottles in the rack that the bottle of Cloud Familiar was in.
Mm-hmm.
The bag on the desk is still there. There's a number of other like common items too. You know, basic health potions. If there's anything in specific that you want, if it's a common item, you could probably find it. There's I think I already said this, there's the bag that Rory was looking at on the desk. And there's also the two desk drawers that are still unopened.
She wants to look at the bag.
The bag with the bags that Rory's like, huh, that's not weird.
Yeah.
As you as you go over and pick that up, Cyrus will explain. That's a bag of bags. As the name suggests, spawns bags. Not really worth much, but if you're carrying around a lot of small materials, it can come in handy.
Oh.
It'll keep itself full, so never run out unless you need more than 100 in a day for some reason.
Okay. She will go through a drawer.
Alright, as you open the drawer, the first one's entirely paperwork. The second one is mostly paperwork, but you'll also notice a small box.
What's this? She'll hold it up for Cyrus to see.
He'll walk over, kind of take it from you, assuming you let him.
Yeah.
He'll open it, looking at, and inside you'll see there are two sort of ornately made metal D6s, a set of die. He'll look at it for a second, kind of raise an eyebrow. Oh yeah, forgot he had a set of these. These are charlatan's dice. You make them roll whatever you want. Got to attune to them, but he'll kind of look a little conflicted for a second. I mean, I can give them to you if you want. Just so you know, they're illegal in the Lunar Court if y'all ever make your way over there, but...
What was illegal in the Lunar Court?
These
Charlatan dice?
They're 2 D6s, which will roll whatever numbers you want them to if you're attuned to them when you roll them.
D6 are like regular die, aren't they?
Yep.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Six-sided dice. The squares, the little cubes.
Wait, aren't those basically like fixed dice then?
Yep. That's why they're
Okay.
illegal, baby.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Only in the Lunar Court, though, apparently.
Not the
Interesting.
one where we are, where like it's more prim and okay.
Yep.
That sounds weird, but okay.
And there's also the staff that Rory was looking at in the corner.
Oh, yeah. She'll ask for like what the staff is.
Staff of Lesser Dimension Door. you can use it to teleport up to 1 foot 3 times a day.
1 foot.
Yeah.
So like you could bypass a wall, basically.
Well,
Is that talking out of
it has to
character?
be to a space you can see. But yeah.
Through a window.
Actually, wait. So it follows the rules of Dimension Door. Let me double check what those are.
Dimension door, I don't think you need to
Uh,
see.
No, just two, and it can be a place you can see, one you can visualize, or one you can describe by stating distance and direction. So yes, if you would like to state, I go 1 foot through this 6-inch wall, then yeah, you'd be able to teleport through a wall. As long as you're sure about what's on the other side.
Well, we know someone knows what's on the other side of a wall.
Uh,
Is there any like jewelry or rings or amulets or anything like that around?
I am sure there are. I don't have anything of that, like, predetermined, but are you looking for something specific?
Technically, yes, but Garden wouldn't know that.
What are you looking
It's
for?
the issue.
No, that's fine. What are you
Uh,
looking
a clockwork amulet.
for? Clockwork amulet?
oh my god. You are. Okay.
What? It's so good
uh
for being a common item.
huh.
Sounds like there's plans there for that.
Yeah.
Potentially.
No, that would probably be something that you'd be able to find in here, yeah.
Rory's gonna ask Echo, "Hey Echo, did you find anything you want to take from here? Or are you gonna take the gold?"
The gold is tempting. But maybe the bag of bags?
I'm actually debating between the staff, maybe the horn. My big issue is I don't know who had who would I let hear that.
You can decide every time you use it. It doesn't have to be a permanent decision, just so you know.
Oh, I thought it was like you attach it permanently to that person or something. Oh.
So it gets 3 charges a day. Whenever you use a charge, you determine who you want to be able to hear it. And then, assuming they're within range, which is 600 feet, they're the only one who hears it when you blow.
Ah.
Do I have to attune to the bag?
No, the bag is not attunement.
Okay.
The staff is attunement, the horn is attunement, and
How
the dice
long?
are attunement.
How long are the attunements for the? Like you said, the horn was an hour, but
Attuning in general takes an hour.
okay.
There are also a couple bottles and flasks. There's the bottle of Cloud Familiar, which has already been claimed. There's also a sort of sleek, small-looking bottle, which is a bottle of breezes. which, when you uncork, a 5-mile-per-hour breeze blows in the direction that you're pointing the bottle. Lasts for 3 rounds per day. And then there is an ornate emerald green glass bottle, which seems to be empty, but may become not empty if you attune to it. I don't know. Have to find out.
He doesn't like if she asks him, he doesn't tell her what it is, or
He'll shrug and say he thinks it's some kind of healing potion.
not the mystery box or mystery bottle.
Mystery potion.
I think Rory kind of says out loud, I think I'm going to take the Horn of Silence.
Alright. The Horn of Silent Alarm for Rory?
Yeah. Well, I thought about the staff, but 1 foot isn't as far as I think it could be.
It's not much.
He kind of mutters, would make seeking out easier. But I think I could come up with more uses for this horn.
Did she hear that?
Roll a perception check, and Rory...
What would you
Rory,
like me
do
to roll?
you want to roll a stealth check?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, she heard you.
Sneaking out.
Huh?
You said sneaking
What do you mean?
out.
Me? Can I roll a deception check?
Sure.
Where is it?
Do I roll an insight or
Sure.
Rory? You are an adult. You don't need to sneak out. I'd rather you tell us where you're going.
Rory kind of just like sighs in defeat. There's no hiding anything from you now, is there, Echo?
No. But I'd rather you be safe, so please tell me where you're going if you're going anywhere.
I'll explain to where I went yesterday to you guys later. Rory kind of sighs in defeat.
Oh, I kind of want the mystery potion.
The mystery potion could be anything. It could even be a mysterious potion.
Or it could just be an empty bottle, and this is Cyrus's way of scamming me.
It's just fucking
Wait,
weird.
I can cast! I can cast!
Yep.
Ah! I can cast Identify! I cast Identify!
What exactly does Identify do again?
Okay,
It tells you what it does.
Okay, just straight up. Alright, in that case, what you have found is the Flask of Estus. An ornate emerald green glass bottle. When you attune to it, it fills with a glowing liquid, and when you drink this potion, you regain 2d4 plus 2 health points, and it refills whenever the user takes a long rest.
oh, it's like my
a refilling
dragon.
health potion.
It's like my dragon flask. Ugh. Do I want another one of those?
Well, this one's specifically healing.
I know. I guess, yeah, I guess I do just do sleep shit with the other one. How much dice?
2d4 plus 2.
14 potentially.
I believe it's either the same or slightly better than a regular health potion.
2d4. Wait, no.
It's the same as a healing potion. So,
Okay, yeah.
lowest you get is a 4 versus a 10.
10, yeah. I'm just an idiot. Okay. Hmm. No, she's gonna get the bags.
Going for the bag of bags.
The bag of bags.
Alrighty. So the bag of bags contains 100 bags, and it regenerates a bag per day. It can hold a maximum of 100 bags.
Wow. She might be able to use that.
Good for carrying components. I mean, you'll never need to buy little like bottles or anything unless you're looking to transport liquids.
Woohoo!
Yay.
Alright, the descriptions for all of those things are in the inventory chat.
Who got the clockwork amulet?
Bern, did you just go with the clockwork amulet? Was that what you were going with?
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got Homer, we've got Gurn, we've got Echo. Rory, what are you going with?
He went with the horn of silent alarm.
You went with the horn, right?
And now he definitely knows not to take the staff because Echo caught him muttering under his breath for once.
Alright, those are all posted. You have all picked your payment items. Cyrus will kind of give you all an approving nod. Well, glad to see y'all can actually handle yourselves pretty well. That went a lot neater than I was expecting it to be honest with you.
It was surprisingly boring.
I don't know about you guys, but I got bitten. Rory
Echo. Sorry.
Rory kind of just like tears up a little bit.
Echo will give a side glance to Gurn, like, ugh. And then start like kind of like as a mother would, fawning over Rory because he's like upset about it.
Well, you guys want to stay for lunch? I mean, I can put a kettle on.
Rory like gleams up. Kettle? Tea?
Do you like tea?
I mean, it's a good hot drink. Rory tries to hide his excitement for tea.
Can I incite that? Yeah.
Sure.
19.
Why do you roll high when you need to perceive something Rory's doing?
I have high numbers in the perception bullshit.
Okay. That makes
Yeah,
sense,
her
actually.
passive insight is what, a 17?
I think so.
That makes sense now. It's like, why do you always know? Goddamn.
A mother always knows.
No.
She'll just give you a little bit of a grin and store that for later.
Rory's like, I say we stay for lunch, guys.
Sure, why not? It'll be nice to have a break from cooking.
Yeah, why not? I mean, I'm a little bit more of a coffee guy myself, but that sounds quite nice. Also, Gurn, this experience was pretty damn interesting considering you shot off a shotgun in a room with me standing by it. You normally shoot in enclosed spaces, man?
If I need to.
How about we not do that in the future?
Rory kind of shrugs. I don't know. Gurn's usually a good shot. I'm sure
What else am I supposed to do?
I'm sure he knew what he was doing.
You could have done the sleeping potion first, Gurn. Instead of putting a hole in Winston's... Well, a bunch of holes in Winston's area.
He'll be able
Or-
to fix it just fine.
Those are easy to fix. Colonel actually walk over and start sealing them.
Oh right, Gurn can do that. Rory kind of just watches in amazement.
That's not the point.
Rory looks over to Gurn to, by the way, why did you shoot the floor?
Yes, why did you shoot the floor, Gurn?
See if I could scare it.
Rory kind of just blinks at him. Is that why it bit me?
Well, I think it was going to bite you either way.
Yeah, so I had the mimic here with where this crystal is. So when Echo and Homer both said that they were working counterclockwise from up here, I was like, that's kind of at the end of the line. So that works. Unfortunately, Rory got there first.
Rory only got there because nothing was on the table.
I'm surprised.
Like, close to the table.
I'm surprised we
God
didn't
dang.
think this was the mimic.
The chest, that
The
looks like a
chest.
mimic.
Yeah.
I
thought
thought
that was
about
too
just having
obvious.
that having that
I
be
thought
the
that
mimic.
was so too obvious. Right there. No way.
All right. Well, thank you for being a gracious host, Cyrus.
Cyrus will invite you all into his dining room. And you'll see it's not invisible servants, but sort of a fuck, what are they called? The like contraptions.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
constructs.
No,
No?
they're not
Is it like-
robots. It's like you know when people set up a whole big thing where like one thing like tips something else over, that knocks something else
A
over.
Rube Goldberg machine?
Yeah, basically that, except for making tea and coffee in his kitchen.
Oh.
So he sets that to motion, and then he'll sit down with you, or pull up to the table with you. He's already sitting, but
Rory's gonna stare at the stuff. Don't you think this is a little much? Kind of points at everything.
I think it's really entertaining.
it's entertaining and convenient when you don't have to do it yourself.
Rory just
Can
thinks
be
about-
automated. Might as well be automated. It's my mentality.
Oh, I guess. Rory's just watching. Following everything. Oh, wasn't Homer saying something earlier? I think I cut him off by accident.
Oh, he is just gonna fucking roast Gurn.
Oh, my bad.
No worries.
So what do you lot think of the city so far?
Very lonely.
Give kind of a slow nod.
It's alright. Not getting shot at every day, so better than where it was.
It's a mentality a lot of folks in the city tend to share. Better than where we were.
I don't know if... Have we asked if we could bring other people in? Or is it just...
Like bringing other people into the city.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any of you have asked explicitly about that.
If
That
we haven't... Oh, go ahead.
Echo will be like... Is there any way I could bring someone here?
Not without a lot of luck. At least not intentionally. The
Oh.
city seems to pick randomly from a number of multiverses. A couple dozen every month.
Oh.
What are the chances, though, Echo? Maybe they end up here someday. Roy kind of just shrugs.
Will she be an old woman by then?
Or what if it's a younger version of her? Who knows?
Well, for what it's worth, from what we've been able to piece together, on the rare occasion that it has happened that two people from the same timeline get brought in here, the exact amount of time that's passed isn't consistent. There have been a couple from the world Tyriad himself is from. He's worked with them. One of them's from a couple years before Tyriad himself was even born. One of them's from 150 years after the city disappeared from the Feywild. The one from the future got here first, so I don't know. We don't really know how time works outside of our bubble here and what the relationship is, if there is one. All just seems kind of random.
Roy kind of opens his mouth. I was just throwing a random idea out there. I didn't think it was actually true that it could be a random time period.
Echo looks really sad.
Been a couple people from my world too, one or two, but one of them's from around the same time. Other one's from a bit later. Well, I guess there have been a lot of people here from Earth. It's just the specific timelines is when you start to get a little fuzzy. How close do you get before you count it as being the same, you know?
I think the only only ones I'd like to speak to aren't even from Earth. But how are you going to find those people?
He'll kind of give you an interested look. Are you from a version of Earth?
Not originally.
Originally.
Mm-hmm.
So you ended up on Earth?
Ran to Earth.
Huh.
It was the only way I could stay with Claire, so.
Must be a different Earth from the one I know. There's not much interplanar travel in my timeline.
What time period?
Well, 2020s AD, if that means anything to you guys.
Do you know anybody about by the name of Jack the Ripper?
I mean, I know the historical figure, sure.
Yes. historical figure.
Well, that was in like the Victorian era, wasn't he? Some murderer in the UK. I mean, I know the stories. I don't know. Never really got into it.
So he became famous. Huh.
Infamous, really, but
I thought he was a myth. Rory kind of pipes out of nowhere.
She, like, swivels her head towards Rory. And what do you know?
Just old fiction books. Some serial killer who terrorized a place called London. Is that how you pronounce
London.
it?
London, darling.
Yeah, well, he was like someone who like stalked the night, stabbed people in alleyways. And he went on a mad murder spree. And Roy kind of just like, but it was like in scary stories. People told people to make sure kids don't wander the streets. And he kind of just like nonchalantly says, "Well, that's what I read in a book, at least."
Oh, he's very real.
Well, that's terrifying. Rory kind of.
And each
His
of my
face kinda
girls have died because of him.
That's even more terrifying.
for what it's worth, Echo, your Jack is probably not the same that exists in my timeline. We'll kind of hesitate and look a little bit awkward for a second, and then sort of shrug. Let's see how to put this. In the world that I'm from, well, there's really only humans.
Well, isn't that bland?
Kind of shrug a bit. Seem to keep up enough drama to keep ourselves entertained regardless. Don't know how our society would have reacted to catfolk and whatnot.
I don't like being told I have fleas.
Do you have fleas?
No. But that's what
God,
people
Rory's a-
that's what people assume about my race.
Kind of give a sympathetic nod.
Hey, Homer, do you know anything about what Echo was talking about? Rory kind of like gestures to Homer.
Kind of scratches his head and thinks about it. Man, it all sounds familiar, but my noggin is not quite what it used to be. He knocks on it.
Rory kind of sits back. Oh, my theory.
Homer, you took the pills last night
Yeah.
around dinner time?
Yeah.
So it would be around now that you're starting to feel the withdrawals creeping back in. As you were instructed to take 2 a day, one in the morning and one at night.
Oh, I see. And it's just like subtle for now. He can just kind of like feel it in his like head and body and stuff.
For now, yep, it's starting to creep back in, but you're still fine.
All right. In the realization of the shit coming back, Homer's gonna kind of rub his hands together and fish the bottle of moonshine out of his pocket and start drinking.
The gallon bottle of moonshine was in your pocket?
He has
Oh
big
my
ass. He has big ass
God.
pouch. I mean, it's sticking
Alright.
out a lot, but
Alright.
yeah.
I like
Yeah,
to
I
think I like to think that maybe he has like a strap that he had strapped to him
Yup,
or something, and it's just
Yeah.
underneath his layers.
for sure.
Yeah,
Alright.
something like that.
Like a
His
gallon jug?
back pretty low, by the way, guys, because of the shit that he has in all of his pockets.
Maybe it's
Or,
like
like-
just a really tall jug instead of like the normal gallon jug I'm thinking of. Easily hide that in pants, right?
Sure.
His pants, yeah. I mean, dude, if
Exactly.
you guys see him lean over, you probably see his old man ass crack.
Oh,
His
At
old
least you went
man
that
ass
direction.
crack. That is a
At least you went
sentence.
in that direction and not the other direction I was thinking you were gonna go. He just kind of pretends it's, the other side.
Cyrus will give you kind of a look, like a raised eyebrow as you take out the bottle, but he doesn't say anything. And you all
You
get
want
to
some?
your tea and coffee. No thanks. I'm not much of a drinker.
Lucky you. He's gonna mix some, pour some in his cup of coffee and keep drinking.
Is that safe to do, Homer? Rory looks concerned.
Is that safe to do? Man, if you've seen the things I've done, you'd be quaking in your little tiny whities.
But I don't wear tidy whities.
Oh, he kind of raises his eyebrows. Yeah, you being such a prude, I imagine you wear grandma panties.
Rory kind of like thinks like, thought you guys saw me in my underwear the first morning we were here.
He doesn't remember that.
Fair enough.
Your underwear is fine just the way it is, Rory.
Yeah,
Rory
fine to wear grandma panties. Ugh.
Rory kind of just blushes. I'm like, I know they looked like shorts. I didn't assume people just thought they were shorts, though.
Cyrus just kind of watching all of this with a bemused look on his face.
Well, Cyrus, do come over and stay for dinner one of these days. I'd love to cook for
Sure.
you.
You're always welcome here yourselves. Appreciate the help today
No
with
problem.
our fearless leader taking a day off for once.
For once.
Oh, this is the first time he's had a day off in the last 100 years.
Wait, Tyriad isn't working today?
Nope.
Rory kind of just
Huh.
mouth agape.
Otherwise, I would have had him deal with it.
Well,
Did none of us question that when he asked us to do it?
well, he only
Did we just say okay on the whim?
you literally was like, "Oh, we're going."
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Well, it's nice to see that both he and I have something in common.
You work a lot?
Almost too much, darling.
That'll kill you.
Damn right I will. Have we made any coin? Like today at all?
No.
We could
Well,
still kill the rats.
did you guys go busking this? That was yesterday.
That was
so no.
yesterday. Okay.
Yeah, this was like first thing in the morning.
It's still about noon, yeah.
Okay.
Today.
So, if we work this well together, Roy kind of ponders out. Maybe we should actually try killing those rats.
Well, I can turn into my cat farm and chase them out of their hiding places.
I wonder how many rats there actually are. Can't be too much, right?
If they're making a post about it, I would imagine a lot. And plus, rats are vermin, and all they do is reproduce, so...
Or he kind of chuckles. What if they're like cartoonishly big?
Well,
Like the size of Great Danes.
do you think they'd be bigger than me in my cat form?
I'm just saying, it'd be funny, but terrifying at the
Just
same
means
time.
there's more to eat.
We're not eating them, Gurn.
What would rats taste like anyway? Rory kind of just ponders.
Not good.
Crunchy and stringy.
Ugh.
Ugh. That's an audible from everybody, I guess.
Yeah, we're not doing that. We are going to eat what I provide you.
Wouldn't you have to cook them first?
I'm not cooking rats.
Oh,
They have too many diseases.
Well, technically, you could cook the rats and still be providing for us.
No.
Yeah.
Wouldn't cooking them get rid of the diseases?
Rory?
I know we're all. I'm just trying to make suggestion for so. that
If I am
future-
cooking for you, you are not gonna get slapped for meat. You understand that?
Rory sighs. Okay. Sorry, Gurn. I just got lectured by Echo.
Yep, you did.
Jeez.
All of you did.
I like to think Cyrus is just watching this, just like half confused, half just entertained, sipping his tea.
At any rate, if coin must be earned, we must go. So I can
Yeah,
provide.
told you you're getting paid, right?
Well, yes.
He shrugs. Just making sure.
But the food will run out. And I have 4 hungry mouths to feed.
Rory kind of goes, I mean, I could hold back on my meals if we need to.
No, you are not.
Rory kind of just sighs.
You can kind of see she's a little stressed about the money.
Little?
Just a little.
A little? You sure just a little?
Just a little.
Oh my god. Ooh, what type of tea were we all drinking? Out of curiosity. Out of character, I'm asking.
Probably just like a black tea, unless you guys would have. He probably would have asked what you all wanted. Like he gave Homer the coffee, but
Yeah, I was like, Homer got coffee. Huh. I'm just out of curiosity. Tea be fancy.
what would your characters have asked for?
Rory would have just said, just whatever tea you are making, out of convenience.
Tea. She's from London, so.
Gurn would have just shrugged.
So only Homer had a preference, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Homer had his coffee. A little bit of cream, but a lot of sugar. He hasn't probably had too much sugar in a while, so he's really enjoying his coffee. He's like happily slurping it down. He probably asked for another cup at some point. He's really content.
Sure.
Echo will note that down in her headspace.
I will just say that Rory's been sipping his tea with like two hands, but like the pinkies are up. So, if just just like sipping it with two hands, but like pinkies out.
Yeah, you
It's
guys
fancy,
have
but
lunch
it's hot.
with Cyrus.
Hey, tea time is tea time. You gotta enjoy the tea time.
Oh yeah. Little sandwiches, maybe?
Were there sandwiches?
Yeah, sure.
Dun, 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 dun.
And if there's not anything else that you guys have for him question-wise or whatnot, he'll send you off with a, come back whenever kind of thing. Thanking you again for the help.
Did we leave the place? Are we going to go kill the rats today? We've been putting off this job for like 3 days now.
Yes, let's.
I was asking that out of character, my bad.
Oh.
Well, either way.
Rory goes, so let's go kill some rats, guys.
All right.
Does anyone remember where they were?
Echo probably would.
They were at a place called Philandries, which is in the western quarter. I believe you had someone mark it on your map for you, because it is on the map.
I was probably at the Grumpy Hog, because when Rory asked a bunch of questions there. Or at the Eye of Newt. Rory asked where things were there, too. So
I would say it could have been either of those, or I don't know if you guys asked Tyriad about that specifically, but I know he marked a couple things for you, too.
that, yeah.
So,
I feel like someone asked at some point.
mhm.
There's no teleporter near there.
Closest one would be either the Grumpy Hog or the one north of it, 102.
So we'd have to go through like the side streets inside between the buildings then to go there. Or we just go south from 102. Why does 102 look like an upside down 201? I thought that was on purpose. I'm like, oh,
That's just my
201.
handwriting, man.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought
It's
that was like a
cute.
trick of the eye thing.
It's so cute. I'm so
No, I just
sorry.
write my
It's so
twos upside
cute.
down. I can't listen.
They-
I feel like we had this conversation last session.
We did. Or
I
one
thought
other
we said
set,
it was
yeah.
like a 5, but it wasn't a 5. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring attention to that again. I was like,
You're
I was
fine.
looking at it and like, oh, that does look like a 201. Because I was been reading it as 201 when you said 102. I'm like, oh, that is 102. Sorry. My bad.
Well, which one are we going?
Have we been to 102 yet? Rory, kind of
No.
questions.
Oh, sorry.
Out
No.
loud. Which one looks easier to get to? And don't we just have to go up and down the river in general?
For the job.
Because we have to return the bodies to Philandries. Didn't say they were at Philandries.
It was, I believe, that whole sort of riverfront area
Between
is
the
where
Grumpy
the
Hog.
problem is.
Okay. So from the Grumpy Hog north to
The
Philandries, basically?
riverfront side of the western quarter is what the description was.
anyone know where a good place to start for this is then? Or you kind of ask out loud?
Well, we could make our way up from the Grumpy Hog.
Do we just ask people if they've seen any rats then?
Oh, I can sniff them out just fine.
Gurn, where do you think we should start?
Somewhere.
Okay, Homer, what about you? Do you have a preference where we start?
Homer Bum is distracted. He opened the bottle to let his little cloud out. And he is trying to offer the cloud his moonshine.
Oh my god!
Oh, he's playing with a friend. Okay.
Good.
Well, Echo, I leave the choice to you then. We'll follow your lead.
Let's start up from the Grumpy Hog and then make our way up.
To the Grumpy Hog! Where are we right now? Is there a teleporter near us?
Yeah, you actually took a teleporter down to get to
So-
Cyrus's place. You're at 003 right now.
Rory sits in the teleport booth and punches in a number when he was the only one in it.
You go into 112?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Oh,
He got eager McBeaver there. So,
well, alright. Come on, boys.
Homer steps in with the little cloud still above his head.
Homer. Do you think
Yes.
do you think this will hurt the cloud?
Ooh. Homer looks puzzled. Kind of looks up at the cloud. Looks back at Echo. Shit. I probably should have asked Cyrus about that. Well, I mean, it looks like it'll regenerate. Oh, God. He looks conflicted.
Can we put it in the bottle and then bring it back out?
Homer lifts the bottle up to the cloud, trying to coax it back in.
It doesn't want to go back into the bottle.
nope. Oh no.
Homer Bum sighs and then kind of shrugs at Echo. Well, I guess, I hope it's okay. He looks concerned.
She gives a very uneasy, like glance to the cloud. Are you sure?
I mean, thinking back on it, Cyrus did dissipate it. He looks puzzled, or he looks grimaces at that, but it did end up coming back, so I think maybe it'll be okay.
Okay. Is Gurn in the...
Are you guys all going at once?
Rory went ahead.
Well, yeah. Other than Rory, I mean.
Yeah, Gurn will squeeze in.
Alright.
Okay. She will very hesitantly put in 112.
All right. You all get zapped to the teleporter by the Grumpy Hog. Cloud's fine.
Cool.
Rory kind of just
It lets out a little
waiting.
zap of lightning as you guys get situated in the new location.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, little guy.
Rory waited near the teleporter. Whoa, you guys teleported with the cloud?
Yeah, but it didn't really seem to like that. He kind of has a sad look on his face as he's looking up into the cloud. Did Homer get hit by the lightning, or was it just like a little warning thing?
It was more just like a kind of like the way that you guys shake off the vertigo. It was kind of it just sort of orienting itself.
Ah, I see.
It didn't zap you, no.
Well, maybe it didn't like the weird feeling you get when you teleport.
Still looking at it, he is like, yep, me too, buddy. Like he's talking to it.
I wonder if it understands you, Homer. Rory kind of just like tilts his head in that question.
I am yet to fully figure that out, but it appears to have preferences. When I was waving at it earlier, it seemed to be upset, so I think I would consider it to be a sentient being.
Rory's just nodding. Mm-hmm.
I really I want to train this little guy. I think we can have some fun together, and yeah, I wonder. I have no idea what it likes. It didn't really seem too into the moonshine earlier, but most animal like things aren't into alcohol. Sucks for them.
Isn't it a cloud, though?
It is very cute for a cloud.
So wouldn't it like cloud things?
I think you're right there. I think I'm gonna try to train it with water or steam, perhaps.
They're vapors, basically.
Yeah. This world wouldn't happen to have. This world wouldn't happen to have blue raspberry icy flavored vapes, would it? He's asking the group in general.
Ugh,
Are your raspberries blue?
what is that?
Homer laughs to himself. I'll go into it with y'all with another time.
I've never seen a blue raspberry. They're usually red. Maybe pink if it's like weirdly dyed. Now Roy's trying to imagine a blue raspberry. And he just goes like, oh, it must look magical.
What's a raspberry?
It's like it looks like a cluster of grapes, but not a grape. I know that's not the best description, but that's what Roy
What's
got.
a grape?
It's the thing that makes wine. I think, maybe. It looks like a giant pea. Like the vegetable, but it's a fruit. I
I
don't
didn't
know, man. I
understand
don't have
half of
those in
that.
my world. They only got pictures. He only got pictures. Rory looks to Echo for help for descriptions.
Hold on, sorry.
It's all good.
Homer Bum claps his hands together. All right, shall we? Let's get some meat. I mean, rats for money. Yeah.
Hey, we still have to bring the bodies to Philandries, guys.
Yeah.
So we're heading to the riverfront, I'm guessing?
Mm-hmm.
To the riverfront!
Echo will step behind, like in an alleyway, and turn into a cat.
All right. All right. What's the plan?
Huh. What is the plan?
Echo will root out any rats basically over time and bring them all like towards y'all's. I got sheepdog, but for
Right.
rats.
All right. Echo first. Give me perception.
That's a high perception.
Yeah, I mean, as a cat, your tracking instincts kick in. You're able to find a couple pretty easily, at least. Couple in a garbage can. You sort of chase them out. How are we dealing with the rats as she chases them towards you guys?
Random question. Does Gurn still have the potion Glock?
Mhm.
Does he still have the sleeping potions that we did not use?
Yes, Cyrus gave the rest of them to him to keep.
Rory kind of watching the scene unfold. Hey Gurn, if they're all clustered in an area, do you think you could shoot them? And he kind of he says shoot them, but I don't think he. We're gonna leave out that he doesn't mention the sleeping flask for now.
I mean, if you lined them all up.
I mean, I could shoot them with my hand crossbow, but I'm not a bit as good of a shot as you are, Gurn.
I mean, groups are a bit awkward, but I can hit a lot of things in one line.
Dude, wait, what about the other potions you have that we were supposed to test out? Would this count as battle testing? I genuinely asking,
I
would this
mean,
count?
I guess we technically could, but she did say they explode, right?
Oh, you're right, she did.
More reason to use them.
But other people could get hurt.
If Echo is anywhere near, which I don't know if she would be, you just hear a meow.
We're thinking of something, Echo. We're trying to see what we could do to stop the rats from leaving.
All right. How about this, kid? You and I, when Echo starts getting those rats over there, let's try to herd them into a little line there, trying to get them grouped up together. Gurn then takes a shot with one of his mini gun, and maybe we could get most of them one go, and then kill the stragglers. He seems a little perturbed of the idea of killing a rat for some reason.
I mean, we could do that. What are the off chances Gurn kind of stray bullets us, though?
Well, if he didn't shoot us in a small cellar room, I would say that I have a great degree of faith in his sharp shooting.
You know what? You're right. Let's do it.
Oh my god, he's gonna die.
Famous last words.
All right, so Rory's gonna, alongside with Homer, I guess, we're gonna try to herd the ones that Echo's getting in to be in a line.
All right. Okay. First of all, Echo, give me an intimidation check.
Please.
Hell yeah.
All right, so yeah. You find a couple hiding behind a garbage can. Chase them out. You find one or two kind of starting to poke up out of a sewer. Able to sort of wait until they're out far enough that you're able to chase them away from it. You do notice, despite the job description claiming that they are overrunning the streets and whatnot, there's not that many, and most of them kind of just seem scared. Like they're very cautious.
Echo notices this, or everyone notices this?
Echo does, as she is hunting them down.
Okay.
But after a while, you're able to chase enough of them out. Rat herders. Fucking what check is this gonna be?
Could be animal handling.
It
Yeah,
could be, actually, yeah.
it'd be animal handling. Both of you guys.
Where is
Me? Or
No, just the
other
the guys
two?
who are trying to line the rats up.
that? Where is animal handling?
Hell yeah.
Oh, God. I clicked on it, nothing happened. Oh,
There you go.
that's not that bad. Okay. Nope.
Would take
I
the
clicked
first
on it twice, but I had it.
ignore the second one. Pretend that doesn't exist.
Okay.
Homer, you actually like pretty easily, sort of just by positioning yourself in front of them, kind of like gently shooing them. They all just kind of nervously group up. Some of them sort of in a line. I mean, it's hard to literally line them up perfectly because they're rats. But you can get them to group up fairly easily. At which point, again, you would notice, they just kind of seem scared.
Homer kind of realizes the vibes of the rats, and his hand goes to one of his pockets with a pitying look on his face. But nonetheless, he continues to, keep hurting them in a line. And he will kind of look towards Gurn and say, get ready, Gurn, get your gun.
At this point, Gurn, you would be able to line up to take at least a good few of them out with the piercing machine.
Okay.
That is what you want to do.
Yeah, he'll pull out the rifle.
Do me and Homer have to dodge?
Are you standing directly in line with a line of rats that he's shooting
No,
at?
but we're nearby, right?
No, then you're fine. You can be nearby.
Okay, that's fine. Whew.
You would have to be directly behind the first thing I hit.
Ah, gotcha.
So yeah, I'll do a piercing shot with the rifle.
Did you roll to hit for that?
It is just swirling.
There we go. I got it. It's a
There
20.
it goes.
So yes, that hits.
Okay. Don't know if you want me to roll damage for a rat.
So how does the piercing shot work exactly?
So if I hit the first target, everything behind it, I roll at disadvantage to hit anything in the line.
Okay. So no, you don't need to roll damage, but we'll say there you probably got 5 rats lined up. So roll to hit. Start rolling. for
Okay.
those. That'll hit.
Well,
That's
it's
2 dead
every
rats.
shot after this is at disadvantage, so
Well, that's still 2 dead rats.
this would be the third one. If it's thinking about it.
That'll still hit. That's 3 dead rats. That's 4 dead rats. All 5 dead rats. Congratulations.
Woo!
You feel a
Wait, there
little
were
bit
only
bad
5?
about it. Well, he was able to line up 5.
Okay.
There's probably a couple that managed to like scurry off, but Echo, as you are rooting through the trash looking for more rats, give me a perception check.
Bruh.
All right. Well, you're able to scare a couple more rats out. Are you guys trying to line up again, or are you just starting to take pot shots?
It worked pretty well the last time, so I think Homer will definitely try the same strategy.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's keep going with it for now, I guess.
Both of you guys give me an animal handling check again.
Oh my god.
Less rats are able to be lined up. But you could probably get a few if you wanted to go for it, Gurn.
Okay. This is the last piercing shot unless I got a crit.
Okay.
Damn, so close.
That'll hit though. So give me the second rat. That'll be a second rat. Okay, so that's 3 more rats. That's probably all you'll be able to get lined up with that animal handling roll. That's a total of 7 rats that you've collected now
7 rats?
Gonna be 8.
Rats.
so far.
That's only 1 gold so far.
It was 5 and then 3.
It's only 1
So
gold
8.
so far.
Yeah, I can't count. Echo, give me another perception check. All right. As you are, going through, this is probably taking a good while actually, with you guys trying to sort of herd them into a line before shooting. Echo, at one point you're going sniffing, you smell the rats. As you start to turn a corner, you see an odd sight. Down not even really quite an alley, as it's really too narrow for most humanoids to comfortably traverse. you see a line of rats. Not in the way that they're all just sort of traveling in the same direction, but a line of them as if they're all intently organized going somewhere. There's about 6 of them, and you see them sort of march up out of a sewer grate, walk single file line down this stretch of sort of alley that you're in. And then hopping up onto a windowsill, you see 2 of them work together to pick the lock. And the group working together opens the window and enters the house. What would you like to do in response to this sight that you've seen?
Is Gurn anywhere near?
The whole party is probably like on the other side of a couple buildings. I imagine they're sort of in the more open area while you're going through in between the buildings and whatnot to fish out the rats.
And they're just picklocking river.
Yeah, the one window. They've seemed to
Rats.
they've broken into this house. They've
What the
lockpicked
fuck?
the window.
Yeah, lockpick. She's going to she's actually going to go invisible, and she's gonna actually float over, and she's gonna watch them.
Alright. You float up to the window, you see them enter single file into the house, go through the pantry, each rat taking an object of food, and then in organized single file, they'll all hop back up out the window. The one behind in the rear will set down what it was carrying. They'll work together to close the window, and then in line they will all return to the sewer that you saw them come out of and disappear.
Okay, real quick. Are these like mouse folk? Have they tried to say anything?
Give me an investigation check.
Fuck!
They're rats, man. You think they're rats? Some kind of
Oh
rodent?
no, I don't like to hear that.
She's gonna follow.
Going down into the sewer?
Yeah, she's gonna go down into the sewer.
Alright.
She's not going to touch anything. She is going to float.
She's still wearing her nice outfit too, isn't she? Oh wait, she's a cat right now. Never mind. Carry on.
See, the question is, are you able to... I guess cat and rat are both tiny animals, but rats are like significantly smaller than a cat is the thing.
There's no sewer grate that's large enough.
That's... I mean, it is a sewer grate, but you'll have to squeeze through the bars.
She's gonna cat pancake. I'm guessing. Right? Can cats do that? They just kind of flatten their bodies.
Just kind of melt.
Yeah. Cats
I mean,
can squeeze through.
the point being, you can squeeze, but you will be touching the sewer grate.
Oh.
Her biggest weakness.
Touching things.
You would notice if you did decide to go get the rest of the party, the sewer grate is large enough that if you were to remove the grate, you could all fit down there.
Yeah, she's probably gonna do that. Get the party.
All right.
And she's gonna have someone remove that grate.
Yo, who's strong enough to do that?
Ideally, before, people count up the rats. Could I do like a sleight of hand to try to get 2 rat corpses, please?
You trying to? Well, I guess who's currently carrying the rat bodies?
Gurn and Omar. Because Gurn wants
mean-
to wrap them around his belt, if I remember correctly.
Are you trying to do this without Gerd noticing?
Without Rory noticing. I don't think he would really care if he was too obvious. He might have, like, if Gurn noticed, he might have gave him a wink. But yeah, it's more hiding from
Oh.
Rory.
Okay, I get it. Who knows? Maybe Rory's perception will be low again.
Yeah, do a stealth roll, and then Rory. Well, would Rory do a check, or would that be against his passive?
What is his passive perception?
Bruh.
15, I think.
I have a passive perception, passive wisdom perception. Unless
Yeah.
there's another passive. So
What's that number?
my passive wisdom perception is 11.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forget
Right.
you have a bit of a lower passive than I think the other guys do.
Mm-hmm. It still works. I have
but
passive
yeah.
insight at 11, so it's fine.
Homer, you're able to do that just fine.
Sweet.
Oh my god.
If anything, I remember Rory said out loud, "Well, we only have 1 gold piece so far." So Rory's counting, but not counting too much. As long as there's 5 rats. So
But as long as there's at least 5.
yeah.
Let's see, trying to. So yeah, you're able to do that just fine.
Oh, I just pulled my hair.
Huh?
It got caught in my headphone. I pulled my hair.
Oh,
Why is there blood on my hand?
huh?
Carry on.
You good?
It's dried blood. I don't know where it came from. So
Oh, interesting.
carry on. That's not bleeding. I just don't know where it came from.
All right.
So were we just standing around while Echo was doing her Echo things?
Yeah, I mean, I imagine as she's been chasing the rats out, you guys have been. Speaking of which, now that Gurn's out of his piercing shot, are you guys just sort of taking pot shots as she chases them out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Right.
I have the crossbow, but I don't know how many shots I've taken so far.
Okay. So yeah, anyone who's taken shots, give me like 5 rolls to hit each.
What do we roll?
What are you shooting with your crossbow?
Yeah.
Did we set you up a crossbow in your
One-
weapons?
The hand crossbow is
Sh-
1d6 plus 3 piercing.
So in the middle where it says hand crossbow and the
Mhm.
the damage, if you just click on hand crossbow there, it should roll it for you. There you go.
Oh.
So do that like 4 more times.
8, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go.
Okay, so Rory, you get 4 rats. Homer, are you shooting or punching at rats?
He'll probably do unarmed, maybe with his foot or something grimacing along the way.
All right, give me 5 hits.
Computer.
Oh, you got whoa.
Wow.
Well, clearly those 2 misses were on purpose. Let's be real. They saw the other 2.
So,
Yeah.
so that's 3 rats for you, Homer. Gurn, are you shooting at some more rats?
Yeah,
I
if
have,
it'll load.
I
There
have
it
to get rid of
goes.
bolts now too, right? It's only at
You
20
know,
bolts.
are you keeping track of your ammo? Gurn, are we keeping track of your ammo? Did we say?
I don't think we ever talked about it or ever specified.
Okay. So do I
I know we
not?
Yeah.
mentioned it.
For now, let's ignore ammo. I might, I
Okay.
might change that later, but
Okay.
Gurn, you also get 3 rats. So that's
So we had
10
8
more
before.
rats.
8 before. Yeah, 10 more rats. So it's now at.
We'll
Uh,
say we're at 18, and then plus
Mhm.
whatever Homer has that we don't know about can just be extra.
Okay.
And then around this time, Echo will be rejoining the group.
Hey, Echo. It looks like we'll have 3 gold pieces at the very minimum.
She as a cat will give you a nod. But then like it'll look like she wants you guys to follow her. Like she'll point with her tail, like follow me.
But would any of us understand that?
I feel like that's kind of up to you guys.
I'd say that's fairly obvious.
I'm just gonna follow the group in that one.
She will run off and take him back to the grate.
Alright, so it's kind of squeezing down an awkward, not really, again, not really a full alley, just kind of the awkward, like, narrow space between 2 buildings. Kind of have to, for at least Homer, maybe, like, shuffle sideways a tiny bit. But then you get to a slightly more open area, and you'll see the super grate that Echo approaches.
Echo, but why are you at the sewer grate?
She will point at the sewer grate with her tail.
You want us to go in the sewers? Is there more rats down there?
She will nod.
Oh, I mean, I guess that's easier. How do we open this? Rory kind of looks to Homer and Gurn.
Ooh. Homer will kind of scratch his scruff thoughtfully and then kind of like have a light bulb moment with a finger pointing up. Ooh, okay. Well, I got this little kit here. He kind of shuffles around his pockets, very gentle with one of them and the rest pretty rough. Um and he will pull out his thief tools kit and look through what he has. He's probably going to look for Quill, what is the does the crate have screws or
It's just kind of set into an indentation, but I believe these tools does not include a crowbar apparently.
what about like a flathead screwdriver?
You could try it, but you get the feeling that the grate might be heavy enough that it could potentially snap your screwdriver.
Hmm.
So Theo's tools include a small file, a set of lockpicks, a small mirror mounted on a metal handle, a set of narrow-bladed scissors, and a pair of pliers.
Hmm. Would the pliers be no, the pliers can fucking cut great metal.
It does look like there's no lock, it's just kind of set in there, so you could just try to lift it.
He is gonna pull out the pliers and then try try to lift it first.
Are you trying to lift it with your hands? Just like...
Yeah, he's gonna
Okay.
gonna test how set in there it is.
Okay, yeah, give me a strength check, an athletics check.
Sure. Oh,
Oh.
he is
You
old.
feel it shift a little bit.
Oh no.
He's gonna go back in and try to open up the pliers a little bit and try to see if the pliers can give it, like, between the places that it's set in, and try to see if that can give it a little leverage while trying to lift it.
Kind of trying to wedge it into a gap.
Yeah.
Sure. Give me another athletics check.
Are you kidding me?
You unfortunately have dropped your pliers into the sewer.
Uh-oh.
Damn it! Fuck!
Rory kind of looks at Gurn. Maybe we should try to lift this together. All three of us. Right?
Homer nods.
So do we all roll athletics unless Gurn doesn't want to
How
try
does
to help?
how does helping work, Alex? For rolls?
Usually
Or-
just gives them advantage.
Okay. So whoever has the best strength, roll with advantage.
I have a 12 in strength.
I also have a 12.
What does Gurn have?
Would you guess I have a 12?
Oh no.
So one of y'all roll with advantage.
It's athletics, right?
Yeah.
So how do you roll with advantage?
Just roll twice.
Woo! Nice
Yes.
job.
So working together, the three of you are very easily able to lift the grate off of the sewer.
Why didn't we
Um,
think of that earlier?
And there's a little metal ladder kind of leaning down.
Rory
Echo. Sorry.
No, just Rory sighing. That was why didn't we think of that earlier? Sort of thing. Instead of watching Homer do what Homer was doing.
Echo immediately just runs down there, or well, floats down there.
All right, Echo's going down.
Yep.
Homer quickly follows and will try to get his pliers if he can see them.
Rory's gonna follow.
Yeah, the pliers will be right at the bottom of the ladder.
Two.
You all going down?
Is Gurn going down?
Is Gurr going down?
Sure.
Alrighty.
Are we just leaving
So-
the grate open then?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm assuming none of us care too much about it then.
So you have all entered into a segment of the sewers. And we will leave it there for this week.
Ah!
Oh god. Oh god, sewers.
Oh no.
Poor Echo.
Oh god, sewers.
Oh no.
The fact that none of us are, we're just like, none of us assume there's something going on. We're just like, Echo found more rats and we're following her to the sewers.
I guess we're going down there.
Yeah.
Ooh, is it gonna be oh man. I wanted to ask, is it gonna be more extensive combat time?
Hopefully, maybe.
Was the more extensive combat supposed to happen during the Mimic? I wasn't expecting the Mimic fight to end that easily.
It was a
Being honest.
possibility. It was certainly a possibility.
There's
But-
a very circumstantial conveniences that happened there.
Yeah. Part of the issue is I realized that technically the potion shouldn't have normally the potion wouldn't just automatically. It's health based.
Oh.
But Cyrus would have ensured that it was low enough health to be able to be knocked out fairly easily.
I mean, it was a small mimic. It was impersonating a crystal
Yeah, it was a small mimic.
that could
Al-
bite Rory's
also-
finger.
Technically speaking, because I had to make an attack roll and it's a crit, all dice would be doubled.
Does that count
Ah.
for a sleeping potion?
I don't know.
I mean, if it
We
did, then it actually definitely would have one-shot it. But yeah, I mean,
Well, that works then.
see, the concern was that could have been a very actually deadly fight. In that there was the mimic in there, which was a challenge rating 2. There was also if you hadn't heeded Cyrus's warnings, the suit of armor was in animated armor, which is also a challenge rating 2, I believe. And then the rug was a rug of smothering, which is a challenge rating 1. So if you had pissed them all off at once, it would have been not good for you guys.
So the fact that there was a chance, because I'm pretty sure Echo was by. Well, at one point someone said that someone was by the armor, and then someone was
Mhm.
by the rug, I think, but no one did anything to them.
Nope,
What
you're
if
all very
Gurn shot the
careful.
floor, though, and hit the rug instead?
Well, he would have had to fight a rug trying to suffocate him then.
Quill, do you think so with the familiar, like, I'm just curious, like, is it a sentient? I mean, as far as Homer concerned, it's a sentient being. But is it a sentient being, or is it more like Echo's invisible servant? Like, can it be trained? Can it remember things? Like,
Let's see.
Isn't it a familiar?
It
So
is a
wouldn't it mean-
familiar, yes.
Wouldn't it be able to, like, take commands, or, like...
So yes, it is essentially sentient, able to act independently of you. The difference being the find familiar spell says that it always follows your commands. The cloud doesn't follow your commands; it doesn't need to. But yeah, it is a little guy.
Oh, the fact that Homer Bum is gonna get the wet status a lot.
Yeah,
I
it does
don't
just,
think.
it does just keep kind of spritzing you with little bits of rain.
And you'll get randomly zapped, apparently.
I was thinking about, like, when he first got it, I was wondering if it would be possible to train certain behaviors out of like the zap it, or like, like train certain behaviors into the Homer's. I imagine he's gonna think of it more like a like a dog rather
Mhm.
than a familiar because of the world he comes from.
Mhm.
Do you think training, like, he's gonna try regardless, but do you think training is possible with the cloud?
You can certainly try.
Okay.
I just noticed Homer gets a lot of things associated with water with him.
Yeah, I was. Ooh, yeah. I was thinking about that too.
I just noticed that, like, your money was water. You have a lot of liquids on board, even that's just alcohol. Now you have a water cloud familiar thing now too.
Yeah, I was definitely thinking like, oh, like that's. I was definitely thinking like there is like symbolism in him, like having a little cloud familiar, because I have kind of associated with him with that kind of stuff. Like, more particularly, like, yeah, I don't know. I think it works really well.
It does. Also, Sparksy, I can't believe you had Echo here, Rory, muttering under his breath for the one time. Call him out! Like, call him out, jeez.
Yep.
Couldn't let it go this time, huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My bet is Echo's gonna be the first one to suss out Rory's bullshit.
Probably.
Yep.
Ugh. It's great, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, I wasn't expecting someone to catch on, or at least do an insight on all his muttering at this point. But he's done it so many times. It was a matter of time. But
I have a little scene in mind. As long as Homer Bum gets away with the rats that he separated from the other ones, I have this little scene of like him getting some like wood from the stove in the house and like kind of like either inviting Gurn or like just making a little campfire, cooking up the rats, and either inviting Gurn or like shoving a cooked rat underneath his door and eating the other one.
Good.
I'm just waiting for another time for you to do the pocket thing in front of Rory. So I'm keeping track of how many times you do the pocket thing in front of Rory, because I'm gonna do an insight at one point and just see if Rory notices that you've been being awfully careful with one pocket.
Yeah, that's fair. It's probably quite noticeable because his other pockets, he's like, and then with that one pocket, it's pretty gentle.
It has happened like 3 times in front of Rory. Rory's staring at you, so I'm like, there's no way Rory, based off his backstory, will let that go like that many times. Who knows? Maybe he'll be vindictive and point it out because Echo called him out on his bullshit already.
Good.
But we'll see for now. Rory only counted 3 gold, so there should be at least 15 rats worth giving back. Which still works. We had 18, so.
She's gonna be
Sounds
so
like-
upset, man.
Yeah,
Sounds
well, go ahead.
Those rats are like it sounds like they're, I don't know, like Homer is already having some like moral conflictions with how scared they seem. I don't know how down he's gonna end up being if they end up seeming like autonomous. Guys know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
Or like if they're rat people, like Sarcy's was suggesting earlier, out of character.
yeah. She wants to see how that is. That's why she got you guys and insisted upon you guys removing that grate.
I'm definitely expecting more of somebody either controlling the rats or there being like a rat king.
I have a
Mm,
reaction ready just in case, not necromancy, but like puppeteering is in play for Rory.
Well, you're gonna sit there and tell me like some of the people haven't been mouse folk that have been sucked up in here?
That would also be kind of interesting that the houses that not happened yet. But there was a line of 6 of them. How? That would require at least 2 mouse
Oh.
people to have found each other. At
Well,
the minimum.
I mean, if they're all going to the sewers, it's not going to be hard for them to see each other.
Yeah, but the sewers are also apparently dangerous. In
I mean,
potentially, potentially, this looks like a dungeon map. So,
Well, if they were sentient beings, they also wouldn't age and/or have kids.
Hey, spoilers.
oh,
Whoa.
if they weren't, oh, potentially.
The implication that only sentient beings are affected by the time bubble.
I mean, how did the mimic get here? I still can't believe the mimic bit Rory. I was not prepared for Rory to be the one finding it.
I'm so glad I'm sorry, Echo, but I'm so glad that it was Rory instead of the invisible.
yeah, no,
the-
I'm. That's fine.
So it was funny.
Wait,
No,
what
I
was
was hoping it was one of them. I didn't want it. But
What was the
that
plan?
is, she's not gonna put herself like that
Yeah,
out there.
No.
I love and kind of hate that when you go invisible, you don't answer us.
Yeah.
Like that's annoying.
Yeah,
Oh,
I guess
no.
if the servant had found it, the servant would have instantly died because the servant has 1 hit point.
And that's
But
how
you
we
would have
know.
found the mimic, so
Oh, but so it was just more comedic that Rory found it because Rory freaked out for a second.
yeah.
Yep.
Technically, I should have had you actually take bite damage, but it doesn't matter. It's
I
fine.
thought I was waiting for you to tell me to roll for bite damage, but you didn't
Yeah.
do it. So I was like,
Didn't really think about it, so it's fine. It
that's
was a
why I'm
small
just.
mimic.
I was just making Rory be dramatic about it because I'm like,
Also, if you had taken damage, Cyrus would have given you a healing potion anyway, so
makes sense.
I mean, it's really cute that it's like a small mimic and like doesn't really do anything.
It bit
Here's
his
what-
finger, Sparksy.
Yeah.
It left a bite mark. Not
Yeah,
enough
and
the scar, but it left a bite mark.
Echo offered to kiss it better.
Yeah, but that freaked out Roy. He's like, ew. Why are you kissing a hand? The fact that Roy visibly like retracted was like, no, don't do it.
That probably really would have hurt Echo's feelings.
The second time Rory did like retract visibly against Echo trying to be motherly to him. Oh no.
That's so sad. Oh my
That has
god.
happened twice.
Oh my god, my girl.
well,
Like you went into mama mode and Rory like was big, but then when you tried to do like the physical touch, Rory's like,
don't touch me.
And I was like, oh, we are not reacting to that. Okay, that's fine.
It's okay. She'll just
Wonder if
be
you'll
so
bring it
She
up
sad.
at
probably
some point.
understands.
Wonder if you'll bring it up at some
It
point.
still hurts.
You're not bringing it up to Rory though. You haven't at least yet.
I mean, why would she?
Happened once.
She
happened
well,
again.
yeah, but I think she would be more embarrassed than anything else
I wanna
like-
see-
towards you.
Wonderful. I just can't wait to see more interactions between the party. I think that's my favorite part of this campaign.
You guys are such a good party. It's fantastic.
I just think it's very convenient that these dice rolls work the way they do.
I'm surprised none of you went for the charlatan's dice, to be honest with you.
I even tried to. I was trying to hint at like, guys, it's not legal in the.
Yeah.
It's fine over here. You guys could.
I mean, but bags.
Yeah. I mean, the bags are honestly pretty useful for like, especially once you guys get out into the excursions and you're collecting stuff to
Oh,
bring
yeah.
back to sell.
That's true, but I was also thinking of different things.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
but
there's
like
a lot of uses. You got infinite bags now, so.
that and like, it's bags on bags on bags on bags. It's like 100 bags a day. It's no stocks. Like, come on.
Well, it refills one.
That's still who's gonna use 100 bags within a day?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh my god, I have the perfect fucking thing and I can't wait to do it. Oh my god. Oh my god.
by the way, did Gurn steal anything from the
He actually didn't.
because I was like, I know he took the clockwork amulet, but I remember he was looking at other stuff. I'm like, he'll let us know if he takes anything else, right? This time. I'm also surprised no one took the key.
I wasn't also expecting one of you guys to take that. Chance
I,
of
ne-
opening.
I never
lock.
did state I put it back.
Oh, the key.
Not. He did
Do you
not.
still
Yeah.
have the key? Did Gurn accidentally, or maybe not accidentally, pocket the key?
Who knows? We'll find out later.
That can be canon. I mean, he gave Homer 2 things, so.
But how often, like, how noticing is Cyrus of noticing? Well, to be fair, no one has caught Gurn stealing anything. He just kind of brings it out later, and we're like, when did you get that? I'm also really surprised that when we literally watch Homer struggle with the grate, and we're like, let's all work on the grate together. And it's like, why did
Nobody thinks to try to help.
She's a cat, and also she has a negative stat thing for that.
No, but like the
Echo's
fact
not
that
really the one that I was addressing with that.
Yeah.
the fact that Rory and Gurn, I mean, granted Homer is bigger, but the fact that I
Yeah.
found out like we all have a strength of 12, I'm like, well,
Oh.
clearly we all should have tried at this point, now shouldn't we?
It was only a DC 10 too. Sad part. It was just a normal sewer grade.
I liked Felly's explanation. Oh man, he's just being old right now.
Like, bro
Yes,
can be
please.
dexterous and strong for a fucking, like, 60-something-year-old man, but he is still an old man.
The oldness was coming out because the great is not a person or a thing. It's
Yep.
inanimate.
Bad back.
Also, the withdrawals are starting to creep back in. He's feeling a little woozy.
Ooh, also possible.
Probably drunk.
Probably a
Getting
little
drunk.
tipsy.
I also thought it was interesting that no one commented that, like, on the rat's behavior, even though 2 people in our party notices the rat's behavior.
Well, that's what me. Not Meval. Fucking
Meatballs here.
no.
Yeah, but
that-
you're still a cat. You couldn't tell us anything. We're just
Yeah,
following the cat.
Cause she's like wanting to figure out. That's why she got you guys, but she also didn't want to touch the grate. Cause
Yeah.
fuck that.
Wait, how long are you stuck being a cat for?
I'm not
She can be
stuck.
a cat as long as she wants.
Oh, so you couldn't just like transform and re-transform back?
Well, she has to like pay to turn into it.
I have
Oh.
certain amount of like tokens for things.
Gotcha.
So when she goes invisible, when she turns into a cat, and when she does her little when she her head or any like if like cuz she can do like make her smile just appear or in her eyes. Like any of that takes a token.
Gotcha.
Good game, guys. I'm proud of you all.
I don't want to wait another fucking week. The fuck?
Yeah.
I'm just like kind of like our luck's gonna run out on these battles because we've had 2 battles where we did pretty decent so far.
This will be the first one where like I'm not anticipating you guys getting seriously hurt, but it's more of a we'll see how it goes. The Chimera fight, you guys did well, but like there was never a chance of you guys actually really like failing.
Oh, I figured. It's just like the fact that when you said it looks like it's halfway defeated, I'm like, that's a chimera. What the hell are we doing? Is it because we started off at level 3? Is that why?
If they end up being mouse folk, oh my god.
That's gonna hurt so bad.
She's
hope
gonna
they're
be
wrong.
so sad.
After you've killed like 20 of them.
Genuinely. I think Homer might actually cry.
She
You're
would
not good
actually
at-
cry.
No, you
The
guys are
whole
not-
party, besides maybe Gurn, would be crying.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I just imagine Gurney like, so can we still eat them after everyone?
Oh,
starts
no.
sleeping over them?
He probably would too. Oh god.
I just saw that and like, oh, I hope this is not mouse people now. I don't want to have to plan for that.
Oh my god. That'd be horrid.
How to traumatize your party. 101.
Yippee.
Not like these fuckers need any more goddamn trauma.
You've accidentally become murderers. Was the
And they were
food
just
gold
talking about
worth
eating the corpses too.
Oh my god. Ah!
If you want to how to traumatize a party in 2 steps. 1, reveal a task. 2, reveal the task with sentient people.
it? Yeah,
Or
I mean,
lives.
yeah.
Oh, that's horrid. That's such a horrid thing. Uh,
And now we put it into the universe so Quill could decide, do I want to use this?
Well, see, I'll tell you all something, all right? And that is the fact that there are mouse people in the city.
No!
ugh.
Oh, Quill, I saw the fucking meme chat where everybody was like, people were like, oh yeah, you're a 7 on the evil spectrum. Bitch, you're like an 11 now. You're fucking 11.
I asked on a scale of 1 to Diablo, and Sparky said 7. I'm like, that could be somewhere in the middle, or that could be just very on the light scale. We don't know where that is now, because you gave an actual number. I'm like, that's like how the Grinch is after the movie. Evil. Mischievous, but still kind of...
God.
Grow 10 sizes that day, though?
Yeah, but he's still mischievous.
That's
He
fair.
still pretty pranks on them when giving them food.
Does he?
Oh my god. I'm gonna have a fucking, like, crisis for a week.
We're gonna wait till next week to find out whether or not these are just actual rats or just rat people. Oh no. Well, have your reactions ready, guys. I guess.
Dude, I think like a Homer's gonna be like, cry, devastated, like fucking an offer to pay reparations.
Oh, that's exactly what fucking, not me ball! Fucking Echo would do.
Oh god, but we have to. But then someone's gonna bring it. Oh, I think Rory's gonna just do this just because. And it's good to go like, but we have to give the bodies, guys, to Phalandres.
Yeah. Well.
What? Okay, is that why it's after hours? I was looking at that for a while. I'm like, after hours.
Why?
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god, dude!
Well, oh no. I'm nervous now. I'm nervous. I made myself nervous. Oh no.
Fuck!
Yeah, I kept looking at that job. I'm like, what is after hours? That's such a weird thing to do. Like we already did the discreet delivery, and that was also kind of weird. So,
I mean, I kind of assumed that after, because we'd be bringing rat corpses into a
10
business.
rats into a general store.
Yeah, I kind of
so
assumed
that's what
after
Phalandres is. I
hours-
thought Phalandres was like not a general store. I just thought Phalandres was like a business. I don't know what their business was, but like a bounty hunting business maybe.
I'm
No,
gonna be fucking going through this fucking crisis, and you're gonna be laughing about it the entire fucking time.
yeah.
Oh.
Do I have to be prepared to cry on command?
I was gonna
Are
say,
you-
I mean, do you guys want me to
Oh,
tell
I
you?
can cry on command.
No, I want it to be a surprise.
Yeah, let
I
it be
want
a
anxious.
surprise.
Let me be anxious.
Jesus Christ, dude, I can't.
I think that surprises are better for my role playing because I think I'm just able to more accurately, kind of depict.
The
Like I'm
genuine emotion.
feeling similar to my character,
Yeah. I
almost
do
broke
like
character
surprises
for when
more.
I got bitten by the freaking mimic. I'm like, how would Rory react to being bitten by a mimic? I don't even know.
Go to pick
Freak
up a
the fuck
watch and
out.
it bites you.
Because like Rory's thing is like kind of planning for like he wasn't expecting to pick the mimic. I don't know if anyone noticed that was very, very out of like more excited sounding than when it was very pushed over, I guess.
Picking up crystals, like, you're not expecting them to be animate. And then it
Rory
bites
didn't even
you.
get to bite the mimic. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, he didn't get to.
He wanted
Yeah.
to.
I guess we'll have to save that for next mimic encounter.
Oh
I'll bring
no.
it up later. Because he'll be. It's revenge. It's revenge.
Oh my god, it's so Jaffle coated.
It works for what I want to do with him. When you
Jaffle,
mentioned that, I'm like, I could work with that.
Jaffle got eaten by a worm, so in turn she ate the worm.
Oh my god.
I will point out that Cyrus specifically called it a feral mimic.
So I can have a pet. Oh.
Didn't someone
I don't
ask
know how to tell
ask
you
about that? And we totally I noticed no one picked up on it. So I'm like, because I remember someone was asking, "Can we make this mimic a pet?" And then we just let it drop after he said, "Well, I mean, if it's fair, like it's a fair."
I've always wanted a mimic as a pet, man. That's me though. Like that's just me myself.
Who knows? Maybe the next mimic is actually not going to be as threatening, and you're going to try to stop people. You're going to try to stop Rory from biting it.
You run into one of the sentient mimics, just like a normal dude.
Echo's gonna fuck it.
Tyrion already
Don't
did that.
fuck the mimic.
I'm gonna
What?
fuck the mimic.
Rory wants to bite it first.
That's kinky.
Well, she can bite it too. Just during
Alright.
different times.
Uh-huh.
Oh Jesus. Rory's gonna say, "This is for the bite last time."
The form is gonna just have the day of his life.
I feel like Gurn just watches all the time and is like, he's either laughing on the inside or he's like, "What the fuck is?" Where would these things
Impossible to
go?"
read.
And that's the charm of Gurn.
Yeah, he's just there.
Always observing, taking sleight of hand things all the time.
Alright, y'all, I'm gonna be skadoodling. I hope everybody has a
Night,
good
my boy.
night.
Good game. Thanks for playing.
Good
GG.
night.
Everybody good for next week?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sweet, sweet.
If something
Alrighty.
changes on my
Yeah.
end before next week, though, I will let you know. Because
Okay.
someone in my
Oh, yeah.
family is planning something, and they're not telling anyone about it. So
Oh.
Tell them
Helpful.
no.
Tell them D&D is more important.
tell
Exactly.
them no, because we can't have this mouse thing last longer.
No, we can't. We really
The
can't.
emotional turmoil.
I told Quill this, but TBH, guys, like 20 minutes before we started, I just woke up from that nap where I had that like dream with y'all in it, and I was almost like, "Oh, I'm too I don't feel prepared. I don't feel prepared for the session. I should cancel." And as usual, I'm glad I didn't.
I feel bad because every time I get out of work, I'm like, I'm dead. I'm like, I'm gonna push through because I really want this. I enjoy the sessions so much.
I love you both for pushing through.
Yeah, thank you.
Because like
also,
I'm enjoying it way too much.
All Monday, I am in a fit of anxiety, just like stressing. Not even really consciously stressing, just you know. And then we actually sit down to start, and I'm just like, hell yeah, D&D.
This
Yeah.
is like this is making I deliberately tried to not overtime, and I was like, when I saw it was like starting, like fuck it, I'm stopping what I'm doing, going home. It was already 30 minutes over because work is just awful, but I don't want to talk about it anymore. So
Yeah.
Mm.
I will catch you all later then. See you.
Bye.
All right. Good
Good
night.
night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Bye.
Bye, street.